already we have done this. We are here. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I think somehow I have to see in a right angle, so I like to sit like this. Advait, that's better.
हाँ इस टेबल को इधर कर देंगे तो ये
Okay. Yeah, this is much better.
अभी ठीक है
अभी ठीक है. Okay, so Prabhujis and Matajis, Dandavat Pranam. Hope everyone is doing good. I know it's summer vacation time. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. So everyone knows English here, right? Right, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I was just contemplating. Already we have been going through this session for almost 3 weeks now. It's not finishing. Why do bad things happen to good people? Hopefully we will complete this today if everything goes fine. But let's see. I think with the kind of background we are coming in, there is every possibility that being born in India, everyone knows that karma, action is there, reaction will happen. But somehow I think everyone has a doubt, right? But still Prabhu, मेरे पिछले जन्म में अगर वो मुझे कुछ वीडियो विजुअल मिलता कि मैंने ये सच में कुछ गंदा काम किया है and I am getting exactly that result now. How many of you have this thought? सच में had some video कुछ visual मुझे मिलता तो अच्छा रहता. How many of you had this thought? You got my question, right? I mean we say a lot. It's not only SSR. Earlier also we might have heard, right?
How did they balance it?
बैलेंस लास्ट जन्म में मैंने ये किया इसलिए मुझे ये रिएक्शन आया. अगर मुझे सच में मेरे को वो विजुअल मिलता तो इट वुड हैव बीन गुड, राइट? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैड दिस थॉट? You had this thought. Now think about the same situation. कि Hare Krishna. So think about the same situation. Now the visual is provided. Now God can't be partial, right? If he is providing visual to you, he has to provide visual to everyone, right? Yes or no? Now with the kind of anarthas we are having, for example, we currently living in this society. Do you agree that we are having anarthas at this moment? Yes or no? Some of the other anartha we are having, right? Actually, I am very angry fellow. Probably I am not showing here, but my wife knows. Probably. Okay? So everyone has anartha. You agree? Yes or no? I mean, if you all agree only, then only we can move forward. You agree? Everyone is not only anger. Some or the other anartha is there in us. Now, at least being little bit spiritual, or if you all are coming to this session means you are relatively inclined towards spirituality, right? Something is there in spirituality or Bhagavad Gita. Some, if not 110% faith, some faith is there in you. Yes or no? Yes. Now, with the kind of anarthas you have, and you know that anartha is not good. Anartha is not good also, you know. But still you are not able to come out of it despite you being spiritual. Well, you are getting my point, right? Now, you know your anartha and you are not able to come out. Now, similarly, if Krishna is partial that in previous life he is showing that this is the act you did, and for that act in this life you are getting a reaction. Now, he has to show that visual to everyone. And if he shows it, how will you react also Krishna knows. That's why he has not given. Now, not only in this life, but also with whatever the relations you had in earlier life also. So the point what I am saying was, so Krishna knows, now whoever is having this thought, Krishna even knows that if that visual is provided to you, that in past life, this is the actually act you did. Now if you know that act, now you will be even thinking about not only the people in this life, you need to think about the people in their past life with whom you had that action or reaction. Now you are having an additional burden of not only managing this life relations, but you will also have the burden of tackling those people also.
We also have guilt, right?
Guilt also. So that is the reason why Krishna is not providing that. It is good that it is not provided. That you need to understand. Somehow we feel we are sometimes that thought comes actually. अरे मुझे विजुअल एक्चुअल में मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए कौन से प्लेस में किससे मैंने क्या किया वो एग्जैक्टली क्या है एंड आई नो आई वुड हैव करेक्टेड विथ let us only talk about one life only. Leave about this life load. This life load itself, we are not able to take it. Now, adding only one life itself, it will be so much complicated. Leave about the other past lives. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Prabhuji and Mataji, please, if you, in the wildest of your dreams or in the wildest of your thoughts, whatever Mahesh Prabhu is coming, still Krishna, had I known that thing, it would have been better. Kindly leave that thought, because Krishna knows that if it is known to you, how havoc your life would be. So that is the reason why he is not
First of all, we have to trust that whatever Lord
Yes.
Krishna is doing is the best.
the best.
We have to trust him.
Trust.
And
Yeah.
if we have like 100% trust, probably we will not have that.
Advika, whom do you trust more, your father or your dad? Sorry, your father or your mother? Sorry, very complicated question. Whom do you have faith more or trust more, on your father or mother? Father, okay. Okay, that's good. So Prabhuji, so that kind of, see Advika, the kind of trust or faith she has in father, that kind of trust can you have on God? I mean, whatever he is doing, even he is giving difficulties also, it is good for us only. I mean, already I told you, when you are getting some difficulties means you are burning your negative karma, that is good in a way. And when you are getting some positive things happening in your life, are you ready to hear this? When something positive is happening in your life, it is actually bad that your good karma is decreasing. So Prabhuji, kindly, yes, your good karma is decreasing. So something good is happening means something you have done some philanthropical work in previous life. So that good karma, whatever you have got, now you are burning by you are getting good things happening in your life. So that good karma is decreasing.
Good karma is decreasing, how can it be good?
What?
If good karma is decreasing, then how can it be good?
That's right. That's what it is. Good karma decreasing is also not good. Bad karma,
It's not good.
it's not good. I'm saying. Yeah. Huh? This one? Anyway, वो खाली वो आशीष प्रभु वो बैंक अकाउंट्स का भी आएगा, ठीक है? But I just wanted to set a pretext. Yeah, that's not okay. Okay, so the thing is now we are with this pretext. I wanted to start because I don't want you to have any iota of that kind of thinking. अरे एटलीस्ट मुझे पास्ट में क्या मैंने किसके साथ क्या किया कि मुझे अभी ऐसा हो रहा है. I wanted to see that. I wanted to feel that. If I feel that 100% I will change. No, you will not change. Krishna knows. Krishna knows. Okay, so I don't know laws of karma. Why I am subjected to punishment? Anyone has this question? I don't know laws of karma. Why am I subjected to punishment? Not knowing traffic signals will traffic inspector will bucks you? अच्छा सर मेरे को रेड बोले तो रुकना, ग्रीन बोले तो चलना करके नहीं मालूम था मुझे, प्लीज बख्श दो. Will you listen? You will simply write challan, right? So not knowing laws of karma is not a rule to escape it. That's what I think. I already covered this, I think, right? Am I not? Ignorance of laws. Ignorance of laws is not an excuse. Human beings are punishable because they misuse their free will. Animals' free will is very limited. Animals are very instinctive in nature. They don't have any karma. They are only burning their karma in their body. एनिमल ने कुछ ब्लड दान दिया वो दूसरे डॉग को, एक डॉग ने दूसरे डॉग को ब्लड डोनेशन दिया, तो उसको पॉजिटिव कर्मा आ गया. नो, इट विल नॉट हैपन. बीइंग born in that dog's body itself, it is burning its karma, negative karma. So human beings only are misusing the free will. Okay, so in our it's our responsibility to learn the laws. It's our responsibility to learn the laws of karma. Okay? Punishment is minimized for some who don't know the law. That's right. Punishment is minimized. Now it is not an excuse. Arey, better will not know the law. Punishment kam rahega. That is not the intention of saying this statement. Okay? So punishment is minimized for some who don't know the law. You are getting this point, right? Minimize होता है जिनको मालूम नहीं है, but it is not an excuse for not knowing the law. If someone is not getting to know laws of karma, the only means he has declared it thoroughly in the past life. So, if someone is not getting to know the laws of karma means हर जन्म में वो धिक्कारते आ रहा है भगवान को. I don't believe in Bhagwan. And you see, right, when we go to Harinam, when we say to go Harinam, how many actually chant with us? क्या ये रोड में ये लुल्ली कर रहे, ये रोड में क्या गानाबाजी कर रहे भिखारियों की तरह. When we are chanting the names of the Lord, there are people who think like that, right? What is this? बीच बाजार में ये क्या गाना चल रहा है? Then actually India में this is relatively better, but I used to be part of Harinam party in Stockholm. So Stockholm we used to, luckily, every Saturday we used to go and all the shops were aware. So we in the Harinam, some shopkeepers used to invite us to in the shops. So for 5 minutes we used to do dancing kirtan in the shops also. H&M, Stockholm Central Mall. So yeah. So that means if someone is not getting to know the laws of karma means he has thoroughly rejected all the laws of karma and thoroughly rejected God in his previous life. That's why he is not. And do you think that whoever are coming to this session, do you think that it is your endeavor that yes, in the spirituality also there are lot of options available for us. ISKCON is one option, there is another option, but it is my analysis that I perfectly chosen ISKCON and I am coming to this session. Do you think that it is your plan? It is Krishna's plan. Krishna has planned for you, and probably, and I don't know about others, but me, I am sure someone has strongly prayed for me. That's what I can sense, and that all things you will be knowing if you are chanting regularly. 16 rounds. Someone has surely chanted or prayed for me strongly. And the same case, it might be, don't think that मैं व्यासासन में बैठा हूँ इसीलिए I am the most spiritually elevated guy. No, there might be some devotees who are already elevated. Some devotees they are not keen to speak in front of public, and they are not comfortable. They always feel that we are lower than the lowest. Like that mentality is good mentality for a devotee. But हमको क्या करें, मैं इधर बैठ के बोलने का लायक नहीं है, लेकिन it's an order from my guru, so that's what I'm trying to do. Menial service of some SSR sessions I'm trying to conduct as per my Shiksha Guru's order. Okay. So Kali Yuga is filled with living entities who have rejected all the knowledge of laws in previous yugas. 100%. No one is innocent here. Adhika, Adarsh, all kids. No one. They might be very cutie, booty, very nicely appearing when they are born, but no one is innocent. Their actual quality will manifest over the years. No one is innocent. Even no one is innocent. Whoever has born in this Kali Yuga, no one is innocent. We have thoroughly rejected God. That is why we are here. Okay, so we need to understand that. Next, we can easily see that tendency when we ask people to read scriptures. भाई थोड़ा भगवद गीता पढ़ो ना. प्रभु जी अभी कौन पढ़ेगा प्रभु, अभी तो जॉब वगैरह थोड़ा टेंशन चल रहा है, भागवतम क्या पढ़ेंगे, थोड़ा बिजी हूँ प्रभु. No प्रभु, अब पढ़ूंगा नहीं इसलिए मैं बुक नहीं लूँगा. Have you heard these excuses? I will not take Bhagavatam because anyhow I'm not going to read. No. Anyhow we are going to donate. They are not going to read, Prabhu, let us not donate. Why are you worrying about whether they will read or not? You just now tell me the possibility. If a person wanted to really is down for some reason, some or the other, some negative happened in his life, and is down at this moment, and he wanted to read Bhagavatam. Having a book in a house is having much chances to read, or not having a book in house is having a greater chances. Which is having more chance? Having a book, right? And believe me or not, Prabhuji and Mataji, if you have Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam in your books, in your life, for sure, Krishna will ensure that you are reading, at least you will make a start at least once. If not now, at some other point, you will surely read. Okay? So we can easily see the tendency when we ask people to leave about reading scriptures. Chant Prabhu. Please chant once. When we go to Harinam, right? We ask people to chant. They see as if a CEO is standing. They try to analyze. What are these beggars? What are they? They see as if like they are seeing animals or beggars. Some people. Okay. So now, some even clearly say life is to enjoy without limits. Don't tell me about God and His rules. उन्नति वकटे जिंदगी एंजॉय बॉडी. आई डोंट नो हिंदी में कैसे बोलते हैं, क्या कैसे बोलेंगे प्रभु? थोड़ा पंच में बोलो, पंच में. जिंदगी ना बोले मिलेगी तो थोड़ा रूटीन लग रहा है, थोड़ा पंच चाहिए.
एक ही जिंदगी
मजे लो. एक ही जिंदगी मजे लो. I mean, this kind of attitude, especially in Kali Yuga, it is more, and in future it is going to be more also. More people will be like that. Especially when I go to my girls' college, Geeta University, I don't know, we have been in colleges, right? Now, have you seen in colleges dancing? I mean, dance practice or dancing? I mean, in this college, you know, they dance, Prabhu. I mean, अगर कुछ अच्छा लगेगा तो girls or boys they dance on the college premises. I mean, it was something unique experience for me. I don't know whether you observed it or not. There's some movie songs, not Harikatha or not like that, but for movie songs they dance. I don't know, it's a competition. But one time I thought some musical competition might be there, some practice is happening. But at some or the other corner, at some or the other day, any day I go, some or the other batch would be dancing. And if for the people or students like that, if I tell Bhagavad Gita, life, what is important, do you feel they really listen? At least, he looks to be like a parent. So let me, sure uncle, we will not. Okay. So such people suffer until they develop the urge in question and learn again. So Prabhuji and Mataji, now to God to make you realize or to make you understand that this life or this world is not there to enjoy, what He has to give you? Now He has to give some signal that this world is not to enjoy, this material world is not to enjoy. How He will show? One of the other incidents. Yes or no? One of the other incidents, and to be precise, negative incidents. Negative incidents He throws in our life to make realize that this is not the world to be happy. Actually, there is one joke actually. One father was scolding his boy. His boy, probably in college. He's in college, and his boy was scolding his boy. And he got a very bad marks, and he failed, it seems. Then he say, अरे क्या पढ़ रहा है रे? उस ज्योति को देख के पढ़, उस ज्योति को देख के पढ़, कैसी पढ़ रही है ज्योति को देख के, उस ज्योति को देख के ही मैं फेल हो गया करके बोलता है. Okay. So such people know it's very difficult, and we need to, and that suffering happens for devotees and non-devotees also, and non-devotees will not take that in their stride, and it happens over the year, bro. It's not that only after the elders, after they become elders, it will happen. From over the child age itself it happens. It got those signals. Okay, so levels of access based on the behavior. Now, similar to jail. Jail. How many of you visited jail? Have you anyone here visited jail? Prabhuji? How was your experience? I mean, I don't mean that you went to jail. we are sure you didn't go to jail. Shooting. I'm not looking for mock. Actual jail. Anyone visited actual jail? You need to visit, brother. Prabhuji sir, brother. I think it's a good experience. Not as a criminal, at least. No, actually, I had a privilege. As I said, my dad used to be a police department, so I used to go to jail also, just to see how they looks. Is it the same way how the movies show how actually they look? I use that kind of some fantasy used to be.
I have seen it once or twice. I saw it at the police station.
Okay.
I just went for some reason, so I just saw
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, that SR Nagar, it might be police station ka jail. Actually you should visit a proper jail, because what are the police station you have, right? It's a mini cell. You can't call it as a jail. It's a mini cell for keeping people temporarily. But after some time they need to move to the main jail. Tihar jail, Mushirabad jail, और इधर में भी हैदराबाद में भी एक है चरलापल्ली jail. I went to Charlapalli jail. Chanchalguda jail is there. Charlapalli jail is there. I went to Charlapalli.
हाँ गए दोनों ही ये when did she go? सुरभि when did she go?
वो जगनमोहन रेड्डी में गया था वो. He was in Chandragura jail.
उनसे मिलने गए थे क्या? कुछ पार्टनरशिप पूछे थे बोलो.
I'm a hardcore BJP
man. So jail now jail you might have seen externally, but internally how it happens, right? In jail there are some criminals who are kept in a common cell, and there are some criminals, hardcore criminals, who are restricted in a single cell. एक ही बंदा रहेगा, single cell में रहेगा, उसी cell में खाना पीना whatever, number 1 number 2 whatever it is, he has to do in one only. And there is another category, kala pani category. What is it? Andhera, full dark room. Similarly, as per our awareness and as per our, for example, we are thoroughly rejecting scriptures and all this God, then God will ensure that they are taking birth in countries like Uganda, Boganda, some other whatever country, where Syria, where there is no access to scriptures, because you didn't want, right? Go जाओ, unless मेरे devotees का time को बर्बाद कर रहे हो यार. And need to understand that if we have taken birth in India, there was a little, for sure, little or more inclination was there in your previous lives, if not 100%. अरे scriptures है, भगवद गीता है, I think I should understand, I think I should try to take spiritual life seriously. इसीलिए we all are born in India. And generally, I mean, it's a little bit advanced topic. India में whoever actually leaves the body, they are given chance to be born again in India only. Knowingly, unknowingly, they might have chanted God's names. Minority, they might be taking birth in other European countries and all, where there is no access to scriptures, or South African countries where no, there is no access, because they don't want to later why do bad things happen to good people. They will try, but they are not ready to understand what exactly it is. Okay. So this is general jail, second degree jail, and third degree jail. The same thing, access to reform is there. That is nothing but Bharat. We are also kind of not good citizens, but थोड़ा बहुत है, इसलिए अपन इधर born है. We are in the general jail of Bharat. Second.
So when we come to Nityalok only, that is like one of the disadvantages. We have done something wrong, so we have come to Nityalok.
Prabhuji, all are Nityalok only. Prabhu, even we are staying now in some Nityalok only.
That is what I am saying. When we come from heaven to Nityalok, that itself is something is wrong.
Yes.
And that too in Kalyug.
Yes.
That is even something even advanced.
Now at least it is better, Prabhu. Now after 5,000 years, even if someone says satsang, they will beat you to pulp. After, it is written in Bhavishya Purana, it is written after, actually this is the golden period of Kali Yuga. And after probably next 5,000 years, If someone say God, they are going to beat you to pulp, and whoever little self-realization or God realization they wanted to have after 5,000 years, they will be staying in forest. That is written, Bhavishya Purana, it is there. So it is a high time.
I don't want to be harsh. But as I see this Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Ramayana, it's coming in the TV. It's very nice. It's explaining a lot of details. And I had this realization, and I don't want to be harsh, but when I see the character of Ravan, the way Ravan is like, I have everything, everyone must respect me, I have everything. If I tell you the truth, in between here, somehow it reminds me of those M people.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, got it.
Who just want respect for themselves and they don't want to. And the world is not peaceful because.
Now, Prabhu, I agree. इसी topic में बात करना है, Prabhu. It can go on, but it can go on. But the thing is, try to understand, Prabhu. Let me support them. Let me give a supportive statement on their behalf. Let me tell you what is supporting statement is, Prabhuji. They are now my friend. I have a friend who is born in that environment. He is in that environment, and that environment they all are like that. So obviously he is also expected to become like that. Now, how can you blame an individual? Yes, we might be having. Due to them, there are a lot of things happen. But how can you blame a just born baby who are born in that environment where certain kind of things are expected to be done in their environment? How can you blame? Now tomorrow the same guy might become whatever you are saying. But try to understand. Now what is the guarantee that you are now? Now it's not your duty to judge. Your duty is to get out of this world. Who knows? Tomorrow you might become. I'm sorry, but next level. Can you give a guarantee? Sometimes ना प्रभु जी वो grudge वाला anger वाला जो तत्व रहता है ना, if it is more, he will put you there. We are not born here to अरे वो कैसा किया ये, that is not important. Our important point here is to how to get out of this material world. That should be our goal. Now our goal is not to pinpoint other. Yes, there are some negative things. Yes, and we are in support of whatever the Sanatana Dharma says, we are supporting. But now that is not the principal goal of us to hate them or go against them. And we are supporting who are bringing a black mark to the Sanatana Dharma. Okay, I wanted to stop this here.
It's very hard to be it's extremely hard to be bhakt.
Yes, Prabhu.
Like he was born in all the negative environment, still he was what he is.
Prabhuji, now Prabhuji, take a best bargain. No, now the thing is, I don't know how to say this. We are not in a best of the environment, Prabhu. But in the current environment, what best you can take? Now, Prabhu, recently elections हुआ. Now elections में we Andhra का, I don't want to bring the party names and here it is recorded. But whatever the parties are there, I don't find one single person worthy. Personally, I don't find one single person worthy. Now, what I can do? I have to choose a best among the worst. There is no other option. At least you are becoming a part of the process, right? I will not vote at all. Is that the solution? No, right? Yeah. So anyway, I'm a little bit deviation, but we need to understand that general jail, second degree jail, third degree jail. We should understand that general jail is our Bharat, and second degree and all. Okay. Now coming to the next question. What is it? Does God like punishing us? What about His mercy? Does God like punishing us? Prabhuji, kindly make a note that luck is a English term. In Sanskrit, luck का कोई term नहीं है. There is a karma, and as per karma, everything functions. There is no term in Sanskrit for luck. Hare Krishna, Ruchi Mataji, Pandath. All good Mataji? Yogesh Prabhu ठीक ठाक है? Leg and arm पूरा हो गया? ठीक ठाक. Okay, so luck का कोई नहीं है इसमें. संस्कृत में है माता जी luck का कोई? Is there any word in Sanskrit for luck? Anyone? Huh? No.
That's the closest.
Closest you can say. But in that bhagya also, it is termed with karma only. Luck is something out of the blue happens. Anyway, so my point here is कि luck का exact term संस्कृत में नहीं है. Anyway, but we need to understand. Yeah, Prabhu. So now we should have develop a gratitude in and around whatever the facilities we are getting. Are we behaving in a gratitude way? Like, are you really thanking sun wholeheartedly every day? Thanking sun, water, food. Please, Prabhuji and Mataji, offer the food to the Lord and have it. And you will really see the change actually. Believe me. That gratitude, because Prabhuji and Mataji, try to understand. Actually, one incident happened. Srila Prabhupada, I don't know how many of you know it. In foreign, one policemen were chasing a thief, and the thief was running, and the thief joined this Harinam party who was singing Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. ये स्ट्रीट्स में हरिनाम कर रहे थे. सो उस पार्टी में छुप गया वो. छुप के एक हफ्ते टेम्पल में रहा वो चोर. इट्स अ रियल इंसिडेंट एक्चुअली. एक हफ्ता टेम्पल में रहा and he was attending Mangalarti, he was having prasadam and all these things he was having 1 week, and somehow after seeing the 1 week environment he told Srila Prabhupada that I am thief, and with this action I joined, and to escape the police I joined you, and I stayed in this temple. I'm really sorry करके वो बोला. Then Srila Prabhupada told that you go and surrender to police, that's a good thing for you, like that he told. Now what happened? He surrendered. Police has presented him to court, and the judge asked, what did he ask? What did he do? No, for the last 1 week I was there in temple, I chanted, I did this thing, and I was chanting 16 rounds. Early morning I waited, I attended Mangalarti, Sandhya Arti, Guru Arti, and all these things I attended for 1 week. So I wanted to confess this thing and give me whatever punishment is due. Now you are already transformed, so there is no need of any punishment करके छोड़ दिया उसे. And then he became a full-time devotee. Can you expect this? I mean, we need to understand that God gives opportunities. You can't even believe in what some situations would be like that कि ये बंदा कैसा devotee बन सकता है. Have you seen anyone like that in your real time life? ये बंदा कैसे बन सकता है? Now let me tell you one more incident. Anyway, I'm a little bit debating, but God's mercy is higher than God's punishment. We need to believe that. God's mercy is higher than God's punishment. Now we have, I think, already discussed about Dhritarashtra, right? Dhritarashtra का 100 birds को मारना, then he gets a punishment after 50 years, 50 lives. 50 lives he gets a punishment in Mahabharata and all, right? Now we need to understand that. Yes. Yeah, mother. Yeah. So his mercy. Now his mercy is. Dhritarashtra was asking, why can't you give the punishment everything in the first life itself? Now Krishna knows if everything is given in the first life, he will not be in a situation to bear. So his mercy is he has given a positive outlook of having 100 sons, and then can you imagine every life एक son करके 50 lives 2 son मार के अच्छा रहता, या 50 lives अच्छा जाके 50th life में एक ही बार करना अच्छा रहता? Okay, let me rephrase. I think I didn't frame this question properly or statement properly. Instead of having in one life 100 sons kill karna is more painful, or each and every life, next to 50 lives, each and every life, whatever the two sons he is born, all the 50 lives he is killing two sons, and all the 50 lives is more painful, or in a single life 100 sons killing is more painful. One life, right? That's his mercy. Prabhuji and Mataji, we need to understand this clearly. If you are in spiritual path, the suffering is for everyone, devotee or non-devotee, for everyone suffering is there. Suffering is, for sure it is there. But the pain you choose, right? pain, whatever you get, devotees have less pain. I mean, you're getting the point, right? If you are in devotion, if you are in spiritual association, that pain is less. Believe me. I have personally seen that. Not only with me, but also with what are the devotees I have in and around me. I have personally seen that. So God's mercy is higher than God's punishment. God incarnates and sends his devotees to explain laws of karma and process of bhakti even to people who want to reject God. Now tell me, Prabhuji and Mataji, Ashish Prabhu, is God more merciful or devotee more merciful? Who is more merciful? Prabhuji, Mataji? God is more merciful. God is more merciful? Everyone? God is more merciful? No, Prabhuji. No. God is not more merciful. Devotees are more merciful. His pure devotees are more merciful than God. 100%, 110%. His devotees are more merciful than God. Krishna is more possessive lover. कृष्णा को अगर आप 100% आपको समर्पित कर दोगे, then he also will reciprocate in that way, but he is more possessive. अगर कुछ ना कुछ इधर हुआ ना, karma will come into the picture. But devotees know, Krishna, please, I know he has done some mistake. He has done some mistakes. Please, Krishna, let me try one last time, please. I will try to see what best I can do. Please, take chance. Devotees are more merciful, Prabhuji and Mataji. So devotees coming into our life is not a ittefaq, coincidence. No, it is a plan of God to see if devotees can elevate your consciousness at least 0.01% more than what you are having in your previous lives. So don't think that way it's a coincidence at all. It's a plan of Krishna. Despite you are not having eligibility, you are getting. You know, right, what is the meaning of mercy and what is the kindness? What is the difference between kindness and mercy? Difference between kindness and mercy. Kindness, probably you are eligible to show some kindness, so I am throwing. But mercy is something you are not eligible and Krishna is still showing something to you. That is mercy. समझ में आया? Kindness बोले तो दया, mercy बोले तो क्या प्रभु? कृपा, क्या कृपा में क्या? क्षमा एंड कृपा, क्षमा एंड दया एंड कृपा. दया मीन्स आपको एलिजिबिलिटी है. भैया तू अपना आया ना, अभी कभी इन्फोसिस ज्वाइन करने वाला है, अभी इस क्लास में है, इंटरमीडिएट कॉलेज होने के बाद इन्फोसिस ज्वाइन करेगा. सो उसको इन्फोसिस में बेसिक क्राइटेरिया है 70% रहने का इंजीनियरिंग में, और वो उनका रिटर्न टेस्ट करने का. वो दोनों क्लियर करेंगे तो मैं दया थ्रो करने की कोशिश करूँगा. सिंस ही गॉड, क्योंकि बहुत लोग एलिजिबिलिटी हैं लेकिन सभी लोग सेलेक्ट नहीं होते हैं ना, सभी लोग सेलेक्ट नहीं होते हैं. तो उधर दया कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि ये एलिजिबल है, लेकिन वो 10th फेल है, 10th 3 बार फेल हो गया, बीटेक 3 बार फेल हो गया, और इन्फोसिस का CEO नारायण मूर्ति आके बोल रहा है, आयन बेटा आ जाओ ना प्लीज, मेरे इन्फोसिस में काम करो ना, मेरा कंपनी का नाम रोशन करो ना. देन इट इज मर्सी. Okay, so we need to understand what is mercy and what is daya. Okay, so Son of God, Jesus, had to even accept suffering to teach basic knowledge of spirituality. He has taken pains. Okay, we need to understand. So God is partial in giving his knowledge. Is God partial in giving his knowledge? Do you feel God is partial in giving knowledge? Yes? कैसे बताइए? That's a good point. Prabhuji, if you want to dedicate, is he stopping you to give the knowledge? For example, now Prabhuji, God is, so you are saying it is partial. Can you say that statement once again, Prabhu? Yes. So do you feel without surrender भगवान को रिवील करना चाहिए? I mean, that's what God knows, Prabhu. God knows. God knows that if you are not surrendering, if you are without surrendering, I mean देखो लोग अपन book distribution में जा रहे हैं इतना, I mean I don't know, myself and Himanshu Prabhu have been part of couple of marathons, and I go with Leela Prabhu a lot. So we go right when we beg people. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita ले लो भैया. Actually it really talks about the problems of life. What are the problems? Sometimes मैं एक extension में ये भी गया, एक youth खड़ा था. I think I don't know, he's waiting for his girlfriend probably. I went and told it solves your problems. What kind of problem? If your girlfriend is not angry, it will solve करके उसको एक book थमा दिया है. Girlfriend से कुछ हुआ तो any problem it will solve. Yes, it will solve your girlfriend boyfriend problem also. Sir, please take it. He took it luckily. हो गया बुक ले लिया. वो पढ़ेगा नहीं, वो आपको मालूम नहीं है. But try to understand लोगों तो कुछ ना कुछ जुगाड़ करना पड़ता है प्रभु. I mean devotees, something they are like that. When I don't know, I should tell this past time. Srila Prabhupada's books marathon was happening in foreign. One devotee was trying to distribute book, and on the book it was written, right, AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So AC means Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. That's the AC means Abhay Charanarvinda. That's the full form. Then Abhay Charande is earlier name, but AC means Abhay Charanarvinda. AC Bhakti Vedanta means AC means Abhay Charanarvinda. That's the full form, actual full form. So when he was distributing books, one person asked, what is this AC? What is this AC? So उसको immediately Abhay Charanarvind book याद नहीं आया. So when immediately says, always cool Srila Prabhupada. Always cool Srila Prabhupada. थमा दिया बस. Okay. Yeah, of course he is cool, no doubt about that. But I mean they have different knack of distributing books. So that's it. For the Prabhuji's answer, I think Prabhuji, you need to come to book distribution, Prabhuji.
Always sending.
Yeah, but the thing is, everywhere. Yes. Yes. Fine. No. Yeah, that's not actually partiality. So it's not, knowledge is not partial. People are rejecting. Now you are saying without surrender also they should be given knowledge. It is something like एक बंदा एक लड़की को लव कर रहा है, प्यार कर रहा है, and लड़की को चेयर में बैठा के बांध दिया है. You love me करके, you love me करके बांध रखा है. You are getting right, bro? एक बंदा एक लड़की को sincerely loving, and लड़की accept नहीं कर रही है proposal, and she sat on a chair. He has kidnapped her and tied her hands with a rope and telling her, you love me. So you are expecting her to say that I love you? It is something like that. Surrender, without surrender, why he has to become cheap? Why he has to be available for the people who are not wanting it? As simple as that. God का नॉलेज उतना चीप लग रहा है क्या? ओनली अपन को ये जावा, डेटा साइंस, वो जो लाख सैलरी देगा उसी पे जाएंगे, भगवत गीता नहीं पढ़ेंगे. अभी इसलिए ना वी आल्सो, आई मीन ISKCON और devotees have come into a different angle. We are teaching Bhagavad Gita by not actually even quoting a name of God or Bhagavad Gita in colleges. Actually in colleges we don't say Bhagavad Gita, we don't say God. We use some other terms and somehow we enter. And we try to give the same knowledge in a more capsuled way or more entertaining way, or the way the current youth can understand. So, no problem. God is not partial actually. God is not partial in giving his knowledge. So, yes, people with good karma take birth in opulent and pious families. They have time and access to higher knowledge. Yes, he is partial to whom? Who are inclined. So that is the reason why, for example, if some people are taking birth in opulent families, roti, kapda, makan, taken care. Now at least spend time in self-realization. No? The devotees who are coming to this satsang, guarantee 110% lock kar do, you won't have any problem with roti, kapda, makan in your next life. No doubt. No doubt. But the problem with being in opulent families is, there is a possibility of deviation. वो प्रॉपर्टी enough नहीं है, और चाहिए. So there is every possibility. Yeah. So everyone at least once in life is given an opportunity to elevate his consciousness. I think I already told. Even the person who is there in Uganda, born in Uganda also, he will get an opportunity. But if he is not grabbing it with full hands, it's his loss. Actually, my friend who is currently staying in Nigeria. Shanti Verma, Nigeria, Kenya. Yeah, I think it's Nigeria. He told me to come. Mahesh, actually there are very spiritual hungry people are there. If I want, I will try to get you a job there. He was pulling me. And they are very spiritually hungry, and other Nigeria. And the people are very spiritually hungry people, that all other non-Sampradaya people are tapping them. Non-Sampradaya people, and they are very sensitive. They are easily getting attracted to the spiritual subjects. And there is a big event occurred. Some Chinese, anyway, I don't want, it will take time, but we need to understand that yes, everyone at least once in a life is given an opportunity to elevate his consciousness. That's what Uganda, South Africa, kahin bhi ho, you will at least get one opportunity. But if you are born in India, at least you are getting multiple opportunities. Easily jo kuch bhi milta hai, to we don't take it seriously. That's the DNA of India. Easily kuch bhi milta hai na, we don't take it. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam Saptah, Bhagavad Saptah, It's a truth actually. You are not understanding the value. Why it is called spiritual capital of the world? I don't know if that in our CBSE books at our time it used to be there. Now I don't know. That term is there in your books. India is the spiritual capital of the world.
Yes.
No, right? I don't know. But I know in our when I was in Kendriya Vidyalaya, in that time they used to say India is the spiritual capital of the world. Hey, Google says it, but books are I don't know. So, scriptures and pure devotees come into our lives in the most unexpected situations. Most unexpected situations. This statement, Prabhuji, I never used to believe actually. Scriptures and devotees in your life comes in most unexpected way. This statement might be. Do you believe in this? By the way. प्रभु जी बोल रहे तो बिलीव कर रहे हैं. Do you believe this? Let me give an example. How many of you seen Gulam? गुलाम बोले तो नहीं मालूम. आती क्या खंडाला, कुछ सॉन्ग है ना? क्या बोलती तू, आती क्या खंडाला, some song is it? गुलाम है. हाँ, right? सभी ने देखा होगा ना? क्यों? As if anyway, that's a popular song. So in that movie. So in that movie. That I think that movie inspiration is from one devotee. The devotee is from France, and his fantasy, I can say, wild fantasy, what he had was, right, in France and other European countries, with what speed the bullet train goes? Can you guess? Yeah, kilometers per hour, right? Yeah, so 130 miles per hour is approximately that only, sorry. So almost bullet train goes with a speed of 130 miles per hour. Means approximately 270 kilometers per hour. Are you imagining the speed? 270 kilometers per hour का speed you are able to imagine? Okay, let me put it this way. जब प्लेटफॉर्म में ट्रेन आता है, कौन से स्पीड से आता है? Approximately. 50, 60, I should say. Now, 4 or 5 times that speed. Can you imagine? Now, 50 to 60 kilometer speed से आते ही अपन को बोलते हैं कि we should be little away. We should be some 1 feet or 2 feet away from the train. And once the train is stopped, then only we need to get into. Now, this banda, why I am giving this example is to quote most unexpected way how the devotees come in your life. So this banda who's from France, he is having a wild fantasy of seeing the driver's eyes while he is coming opposite to the train. He need to see the driver's eyes clearly with when the train is full speed he is coming. When the train is full speed it is coming, and he should run in the opposite direction, and he should run to a point where where he is able to see the driver's eyes, eye to eye मिला के जब मिलाता है then he can come jump across. That was his goal. सीन समझ में आ गया ना? स्क्रीन पे ठीक है? Okay, that's seriously weird. Now that was his ambition. Now his friends use also, "Arey, kya re? What kind of madness is this? What kind of no re? I have to go." Now crack. That devotees are cracks for you. Sometimes you're mad. There are only two things. There are only it will be crazy. Some devotees are there, Prabhu. You will really crazy. Thing is, now that devotee, that person who before he became a devotee, not after devotee, but before he became a devotee. Now that devotee, so he was his aim, as I told, that was that. So he should full speed bullet train should come, opposite he should run, and he should run to an extent where he should see the driver's eyes Milana. Then when he sees the driver's eyes, then he has to jump. That was his aim.
But many times you can't even see, like the driver is way behind. You
No.
can't see also it is
No, his goal is that. His goal is that. Now every time all his friends are coming, we are in tense mood. We are not in a situation to bear this incident. Karke, this time his friends didn't come. Now he alone goes, and one day, France, in the middle of some village, because actually he should not be at the station. Somewhere between the stations he should be there. Now between the stations, he ran, and bullet train came, and he saw the eyes of driver. He saw the eyes of the driver. What happened next? Can you guess? Guess.
He was
Out. Okay. Anything? Any other options?
train stop.
Train stop.
He jumped, but still he got hit.
The thing is, with the 50 to 60 kilometers of speed, when the train comes in our Indian platform, you can feel the air, right? Air. When it comes, suddenly it comes air. 60 kilometers speed. Now imagine with 270 kilometers per hour speed, that force of that wind itself thrown him away after he has seen the driver. Thrown, and he fell unconscious at the nearby track, and after some time he woke up, and he has seen a magazine, and Bhagavad Gita book was there at the roadside, just adjacent to him. Bhagavad Gita book was there on an old Bhagavad Gita book was placed on the
In that movie.
not movie here. It's a real incident. I'm not talking about the movie. In France, when he was blown out by the wind, and he was there, right adjacent to me after he became conscious. A Bhagavad Gita book was there, and some France temple address was there, and then he has read that Bhagavad Gita and went to France, and he became a full-time devotee. His name was Asif Mustafa. Asif Mustafa was his name, and he became a devotee, and his devotee name is Airavat Prabhu, and he was a Srila Prabhupada disciple.
Oh, he was a Muslim.
Muslim, yes. हो सकता है,
Great.
ऐसे भी हो सकता
They
है,
need to know a bit more.
या
They need to know a lot more.
ऐसे भी हो सकता है. And there are Prabhu, there's anyway different topic, but there are. But this is the most unexpected, and like that Mataji, Prabhuji said, Mataji, in the interest of time, I'm not able to tell, but you need to understand that devotees and scriptures come in our life in most unexpected way. Please kindly take this seriously. When you are not serious, even if you are not serious, Krishna knows how to take you out of this group also. Unnecessarily, why to spoil? He will take you out also if you are not interested. 100%, 110%. That you will know. With this conviction, I am saying, that conviction you will also have if you chant 16 rounds every day. I don't know what Surabhi Mataji is telling and what Adya is. Please थोड़ा आपको भी share करो ना. Okay, so that's what.
Regarding this partial in giving his knowledge, I had this feeling like I don't know from inside some we have that internal consciousness, and every time like when we do anything, there is this sound which is coming from inside. No, you don't do this.
Yes.
It's always saying the right thing.
Yes.
No, this is not correct.
Yes. Yes.
This is right.
Yes.
What you are doing is right.
Yes.
This is something you are not doing.
Yes.
And unfortunately, most of the time, many of the time, people ignore it.
Yes.
So when that conscious, when the internal, when we hear those things, I think that's the sound of God. And God is giving us knowledge. But once we ignore, then He's not giving that knowledge anymore.
He stays in each and every living entity as Paramatma. He had everyone.
And that sound is of God only.
Yes. Sometimes you are leveraging your intelligence properly, Prabhu. Your intelligence comes, but as Mataji said, I mean, to have a discussion with Paramatma within you, the purity to attain is something not that easy, Prabhu. Not that easy.
Subconscious.
Yeah. Yeah. So Prabhu, yeah. So next is Prabhu, why do calamities kill in thousands? Anyone has any questions?
We have to hear it without any.
Yeah. Is this question valid? Why do calamities kill in thousands? क्या भगवान इतना दयावान का आपको क्या है? निर्दयी है. भगवान इतना निर्दयी है कि 1000 why do calamities kill in thousands? हजारों में क्यों कहते हैं? Tsunami. So who is God? Natural calamities kill in mass, but they don't kill blindly. Everything is decided by God. Everything. कर्मणा दैव नेत्रेण स्त्रिय प्रविशा उदरम ऊर्ष्वो So the personality of Godhead, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord, according to the result of his past work, the living entity, the soul, is made to enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of male semen to assume a particular type of a body. Yeah. So Prabhuji's Mataji is simple, it's the same thing. Each and every one, God brings everyone at some same place and kills all together. It doesn't mean that. So they are also having a karma, and he brings wholesale. Wholesale sometimes he does. That's also an act of karma only. Okay. Types of karma. Types of karma. Karma actions performed as per. Karma means any action performed as per the scriptural injunctions. That is good karma. Generally the term karma is used for good karma. For negative karma the term is vikarma. Negative things you do, it is vikarma. Viruddha rupena karma, bad karma or actions contrary to scriptural injunctions, break 4 pillars of dharma. What are the 4 pillars of dharma? What are the 4 pillars of dharma? What are the 4 pillars of dharma? Yeah, Ruchi Mataji. Truth. इधर गलत बोलने का कुछ पनिशमेंट नहीं है. Truth? Huh? Huh? No. Yeah, mercy. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I can take that.
Compassion.
Yeah, mercy and compassion. Yeah, let me. So, Prabhuji, the 4 pillars are Satyam, Sauchyam, Daya, and Tapasya. These are the 4. कानून के धर्म के क्या कहा कानून के नहीं नो इट्स नॉट कानून नहीं थे चार पैर होते हैं कुछ बोलते हैं ना समथिंग मूवी का डायलॉग मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है मुझे बट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज आर द 4 पिलर्स ऑफ धर्म एंड दीज आर नथिंग बट सत्यम शौचम दया एंड तपस्या सत्यम मीन्स truth and truth is related to gambling no gambling and daya mercy means no meat eating and saucham means clean no illicit affairs tapasya means austerity no intoxication these are the 4 pillars and as we said in satyuga all the 4 pillars were active and working perfectly fine. Now in Dwapar Yuga, tapasya is gone away, and Treta Yuga, Saucham has gone away, and Treta Yuga, truth is fluctuating. कितने gambling sites आए हैं ना? Have you noticed how many gambling sites have come? Yes or no? Have you ever gambled? Anyone? Huh?
When I was in Canada, I went to
Casino. Okay.
Obviously, if you
Yeah.
I put $5 and I got $10, but from there I stopped.
Sure.
But I did it.
Did it, yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
Long back.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing is, we need to understand that right now, Kali Yuga is running on truth, shaking.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. Any short-term gains is called as gambling. So in meat eating, I mean, in the interest of time, I'm not elaborating, but in each and every leg or each and every pillar, we can talk for hours actually. So no meat eating includes meat, fish, and eggs also. And there are some communities or some people who say fishes are flowers, sea flowers. So it is a vegetable. You can eat. You can offer it and eat also. Kali Mata ko offer karo, we can eat. Eggs are vegetarian. Okay, no intoxication. So it includes alcohol, drugs, tobacco, pan masala, tea, coffee, etc. उसमें green tea is fine. Green tea, not green tea, another one. What is it? Herbal tea. I'm sorry, I was telling herbal tea. So herbal tea is fine. Yeah.
When you say intoxication, if I'm having like 10 cups of tea a day.
10 cups of tea in a year.
In a day. That is being addicted and being intoxicated with tea.
Yes.
But if I'm having in the morning and evening, it still come under the category of intoxication.
Yes, Prabhu.
I have seen so many people, they say we are not addicted. I drink coffee once or twice a day. And I ask them to stop for 2-3 days, they cannot stay without it. So addiction at some point is definitely.
It's very difficult to accept that we are addicted, Prabhu. But it is, Prabhu. It is. Actually, it's very difficult. Just try, if you are really 1 week stop करके देखो ना. It's addiction only.
I will tea every day.
Yeah.
नहीं होता ना.
Yeah.
I have addict.
Anything which is addictive, yes. Now, if you say that, then now I wanted to have an addiction of every day doing Mangalarti. That's not addiction. That's a good addiction.
Okay, so नहीं होता.
So that's a good. You need to understand which are good addictions also. Okay. But Mataji, addiction to now, Mataji, it's a little bit advanced topic, Mataji. It is a little bit advanced topic. But let me tell you, what are the food you are having? You can offer to the Lord and have it. How much you want to have, you can have it. Offerable food only. When I say offerable food, without onion, garlic, offerable food, and you can have it. So whatever, kids are there. Now, even in devotional life also, we can get, we try to cheat. For example, I always tease or cheat Anuradha Mataji, my Shiksha Guru's wife, good wife, Anuradha Mataji. Mataji, you know, Gaurnita likes tomato chutney very much. Please prepare tomato chutney and offer it. So then I wanted to taste tomato curry. I like tomato curry very much. Tomato and aloo tomato curry I like very much. So what I tell you, Gaurnita, I want aloo tomato prasad very much. So in the guise of I tasting it, I am telling God likes that, and she prepares it, and with her mercy she prepares and give it to me also. So after that I can eat whatever I like. But when we are in devotional, Mataji, to start with we can eat, Mataji. When you can offer to the food, the Lord, and you can eat how much ever you want. But for our this thing, keeping God knows. तू सच में किस मूड से तू प्रसाद मांग रहा है, He knows. I don't know if I answered you, Mataji. Okay? Yeah.
Even in that Atyahara Prayasascha.
Atyahara Prayasascha. There is a sloka. Too much eating prasadam is also not good actually. I mean, to the starters we won't say, to the devotees who are coming we don't say like that, don't eat too much prasad, I won't say. It's a little bit advanced topic. Actually, nectar of devotion mein sab aata hai. So we did together Bhakti Shastri, so we know all this. So we did, for people like me, for always it's a trouble for me in my house. I mean, she is a Mita Ahari, my wife. But myself and my kids, all three of us, Bhivatsa Aharis, we are. Yes, ma'am?
There is someone known who is also like offering food to God, and after that they used to have garlic and onion also. But what they do when they offer it to God, they will not do it, and after that they will
Mix the prasad. It is reminding me of my incident in Stockholm. As I said, no, वो dosa pindi उधर रखा, unnecessary time waste हो जाएगा ना, उनको उधर कुक करके डोसा उधर रख के भाई पहले वो डोसा पिंडी itself पहले गॉड को ऑफर करते हैं, बैटर ना बैटर ना, वो बैटर पहले गॉड को ऑफर कर दिया, दंडम करके 5 मिनट गॉड के पास रख के मैं तभी लिया. तो प्रभु जी ने जो इनिशिएटिव डिवोटी है, he is a very senior devotee, he came to me and what Prabhu ji, did you offer? Yes Prabhu ji, I offered the pindi there and cooked. Prabhu ji, you should not do like that. First you should cook and then offer, he told me. So like that, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. That's a wrong. Surely it's a wrong way of doing
You
it.
offer the prasad, you have to eat that only. आप बना नहीं सकते.
तो भगवान कभी कभी कंटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं. My point is, without adding that, they are giving. They know that you should not be. उनको मालूम है ना. They should know that to the Lord we should not offer. Then how come? And I don't know. It's really happening. Mataji, to be frank with you, Mataji, with kids, you will really like, but without onion, actually, it is not advertised so much. Without onion garlic, there are a lot of prasadam items, Mataji, which are really yummy. Kids will really like it, actually.
Then you know the taste of, like, actually, from taste point of view, you get the taste of each and everything. Onion and garlic are like, generally it's dominating.
Yes. And then you will see the change also,
What
Mataji.
is the what is the logic of saying no onion when it comes to food?
Babuji, it's a tamasic food items. These are onion and garlic are they will manifest your mode of ignorance. Of course, it will be very subtle. It might be subtle, but at some point of it might activate those ignorant cells in you. And it is true also. And it's a separate topic. Why onion, garlic and all?
Acidic value of.
Yes. Reasons. Actually, wonderful session that was actually. Scientific reasons, cultural reason. In Telugu there is one sameda, ulli chese melu talli kuda cheyadu. Means whatever the good onions do, even mother also will not do. Like that there is some saying. Anyway, there's a reason, but anyway, I don't want to debate, but yeah. So this is called intoxication. And no gambling means horse riding, stock market, speculation, casino, lotteries, quick buck businesses. Any quick buck businesses are coming under gambling. Okay, and no illicit sex means extramarital sex, obscene films, vulgar talks, and all these things come under this illicit sex. Okay, so every action creates a karma or vikarma. Two things, karma or vikarma, good karma or negative karma. Now, depending on their actions and negative, because doing good karma, you need to travel to the above planets to burn the good karma. If you are doing negative karma, you have to come down to the hellish planets to burn the negative karma. क्या प्रभु कर्मा कर्मा का भी हमको इस वर्ड से जाने का कुछ रास्ता ही नहीं है क्या? सोच सकते हैं. Even if you are doing good karma, you are staying in material world. Even if you are doing negative karma, you are staying in this material world. Then what is the option available with us? What is the option available with us? You are getting right this chart. These are the 14 planets, 14 planetary systems, including Bhuloka. We are in Bhuloka. So depending on our karma, we will be traveling across. Huh? Krishna Loka is not here. It is a material world. Prabhu, Krishna Loka is ever imperishable Loka. Above one. इसके above रहता है. There is a in my if you come to my home, there is a Goloka chart in our home. Big Goloka chart, which gives the spiritual map of spiritual worlds and Vaikuntha Lokas and below material world. There is a big chart we have in my house. So I think for the last session you all will be coming to my home. So that time you can see once. Yes, Brahmalok is also material world, Prabhu. Yes. Okay. So conditions of material world, birth, death, old age, disease, all in all the 14 planetary systems it is there. All the 14 planetary systems it is. Even in Brahmaloka it is there. Living entities keep moving up and down based on their karma. Approaching God with material desires and bodily conscious keeps us in material world. Right? अभी आते आते मैं बेंच कार देखा, वाह क्या बेंच कार है भैया, डिजायर मिल गया. सो वो बेंच कार खरीदने के लिए मुझे और एक जन्म लेना पड़ेगा. Because I might not be having a good karma to buy a Benz car in this life. So desire is such a thing. Okay? So approaching God with material desires and bodily consciousness keeps us in material world. So akarma is the only actions that bring no reactions. Because karma brings reactions, vikarma brings reactions. Only akarma is the only thing or only activity which doesn't bring reactions. What do you mean by akarma? What do you mean by akarma?
Means something which is done like selflessly.
No. Any action which is done by keeping Krishna in the center. Krishna in the center means अभी घर में झगड़ रहे हैं, रुचि माता जी और योगेश प्रभु झगड़ रहे हैं, उनके बीच में कृष्णा आइडल कर रख के हमने कृष्णा एक्टिविटी किया. नो, that is not by keeping Krishna in the center means that is not the thing. Any activity, whatever the material activities you are doing, you can do by keeping Krishna in the center. Now tell me if you have any doubt that Prabhuji, this action how we can do by keeping Krishna in the center. Tell me. I used to ask my Shiksha Guru, Leela Prabhu, in my same SSR batch like this 7 years back, I used to ask, Prabhuji, I am a good cricket player. I am a very good cricket player. Or if I am a software developer, how I can do my activity by keeping Krishna in the center? Then he said, if you are a software developer, then develop a program for temple. They are not able to track how many devotees are coming daily. You can build a program where everyone clicks and they know what is the statistics to take out how many devotees are coming, how many are offering, how many are what kind of services they are taking, and all these things you can track. You can develop a software, right? Okay, you are a cricket player. If any tournaments are happening, why can't you keep a big banner of Bhagavad Gita and put some books? Interested people would come. Whole activity of the tournament becomes akarma. Yes, sir.
If I have done something wrong, and if I want to blame my wife, how can I do?
If you are doing something wrong,
If I have done something wrong,
अगर आप wrong कर रहे हैं,
and I want to put a blame on the wife, like
how I can suggest?
keep on fighting. We both are fighting.
How I can suggest?
This imaginary question, it cannot. You can never blame the wife.
Then how can I?
How can I suggest?
It's an impossible scenario.
Wife is always right.
Since my wife is here, I can't comment, so we will park the question here. Okay. So this is how it is. So now you need to understand.
My wife is another one.
Yeah. Okay, but we need to understand, Prabhuji and Mataji, bhakti alone is the akarma. Bhakti alone is akarma. Now you might be thinking, bhakti बोले तो सुबह सुबह प्रसाद चढ़ा के एक दंडम करना वो बस हो गया क्या? No, Prabhuji and Mataji, we can make our entire day Krishna conscious. Start the day with chanting. What our Himanshu Prabhu, Survi Mataji, Adya Mataji, they daily. Can you imagine in this Kali Yuga, waking up early hours and doing 16 notes of chanting? Is it not finding very awkward? Seriously. Are you not finding it different? कौन इस कलयुग में सुबह सुबह उठ के 16 notes chanting करेगा बोलो? Seriously, the thing is, that is, so they are starting the day with Krishna consciousness activity. अभी ऑफिस में जाके काम करते हुए कृष्णा 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 ऐसा नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ, बट वी नीड टू हैव दैट कॉन्शियसनेस. इवन इफ यू आर हैविंग सम, फॉर एग्जांपल, सम डिस्प्यूट इन द टीम, at least you will not be scolding that guy or your team member with a consciousness of taking a revenge. Only for the company's sake you are scolding. Getting right? So bhakti alone is akarma and action performed as per God's order. Now it's a small exercise, Prabhuji and Mataji. Now think your daily routine. Just think. It's not need to tell or introspect. Daily, whatever the activities you are doing, what are the actions which God might be liking or not liking? Just think for 10 seconds. What are the daily, whatever the activities I am doing, will this activity be liked by God or not liked by God? Or can we develop that consciousness? Is it really difficult to develop that consciousness? Whatever the activity, you can say, Prabhuji, इसमें हमको क्या करना, बिजनेस में तो थोड़ा डिप्लोमेटिक रहना है ना, कैसा? आई एम नॉट सेइंग यू शुड नॉट बी डिप्लोमेटिक, यू शुड बी डिप्लोमेटिक. आई एम ऑल्सो डिप्लोमेट. समटाइम्स आई एम वर्किंग एज अ मैनेजर डीलिंग विद द क्लाइंट. आई एम ऑल्सो डिप्लोमेटिक. डजंट मीन दैट यू शुड नॉट बी डिप्लोमेटिक. बट हैविंग दैट कॉन्शियसनेस, इज देयर एनीथिंग, if you can introspect each and every activity you are doing, you need to one day एक exercise करो प्रभु जी. एक फोन में ही लिख लो, now I am doing this activity. By doing this activity, will God like this? I am doing this activity. Will God like this? For example, ट्रैफिक में जा रहा हूँ, रेड सिग्नल पड़ा, फाट में चला गया, खाली है, you will be creating your own reasons. अरे प्रभु जी उसमें गलती क्या, कोई जा ही नहीं रहा है, तो रेड सिग्नल है तो कोई जा ही नहीं रहा, तो मैं क्या, उसमें क्या गलती थी? कोई एक्सीडेंट तो हुआ नहीं ना? हाँ, कैमरा भी नहीं लगा हुआ है, चले जाते हैं ना. I mean, Prabhuji, do you think God is not noting down that? Seriously, do you think? He is. Yeah. No, just take an exercise. When I have no need to show to me also, think about those activities, even minor activity, part of the minor activity you are doing. This particular activity would be liked by God or not. Think about it and write it down and analyze. And if you are comfortable with any of the devotees, talk to them. Prabhuji, this I am not able to make it Krishna consciousness. Check with them. How I can make this Krishna consciousness? Is this wrong?
But the same act,
Prabhuji.
say for example, you know that act is not supposed to be done.
For example. Demo. I want demo. No theory. Tell me the example.
Okay, you are, say a beggar is Ramji.
Yes.
Beggar is begging for you know that you are promoting the wrong act because the beggar looks healthy, pale, everything is good. You are promoting the wrong act. You gave the dhan as well, but then the next moment you realize, am I doing that mistake by promoting the wrong deed? Is that thought sufficient for you to gain karma.
No, Prabhu. You can, what you can do is probably, if you are, I really love Radhesham Prabhuji in this fact. Radhesham Prabhuji always keeps prasadam with him. When any beggar comes, right, he gives that prasadam to him. That's it. No monitor this thing. He gives prasadam. Gives prasadam. And no need to give monitor this thing. Give prasadam, no?
What we do is
No, but
in our
the-
car
the
we
thought-
kept lot of
the
biscuits.
question
No
is not
beer.
about giving prasadam or money.
Hmm.
The question is realizing what you did,
Hmm.
the very moment
Hmm.
that you have done the act.
Hmm.
Is that a good
Is
way
he-
of attracting the good karma for you?
The difference is between these two. In the first one, you are thinking you did, and then if you are in the akarma, you will say, Krishna, you made me do this. Thank you, Krishna, or whatever. So that's the, you are keeping Krishna in center. In the first one, you are not keeping Krishna in center. You are just passing on the reaction. You are not keeping Krishna in center.
But Prabhuji, in this case, Prabhu, even you are repeatedly doing this and repeatedly thinking the same thing is also not, I think, better way to how I can better, if beggar is coming, how I can deal with him. Okay, prasad. Let me keep some prasad packet with me. Whenever someone comes, dry prasadam also fine. It's not a bad. Always sabin ka cook kiya hua nahi, even dry prasadam also works out. If someone comes, give the food, no, give the prasadam to them. There's no thing. But if you are giving the money and he is going and drinking there, unnecessarily you are getting it. When I see a lot of advertisements here, in the websites, with lot of some faces, kids and a lot of asking for donations. I mean, I don't know to what extent they are really reliable or more sources, I'm not sure. But you need to be cautious about it. But if you are,
And not only to beggar, even if you are giving to temples, you should have the same bhav that Krishna you gave me. So
Yes.
otherwise it is still a karma only. Even if you are giving to temple, because we are thinking that we are giving, so it's still a karma only.
actually, in my community, I meet one person. He says that, you are ISKCON, right? I annually I pay some donation so that he gets some free room whenever he goes, wherever he gets a free room. And the way probably his way of talking is like that. I'm not sure, but it appeared very prideful to me. You are ISKCON guy, right? Yeah, every year I donate, and wherever I go, I get a room like that. That's not a good consciousness to have. And Krishna, especially in what are the anarthas we have, especially pride he doesn't like. Pride he doesn't like. Greed is okay. I wanted to serve Krishna. Greed. ऐसे कंपटीशन होता है डिवोटीज के बीच में. मैं अच्छा, हमारा रथ यात्रा अच्छा रहना है. अभी मैं रथ यात्रा के लिए अपन के रघुनंदन प्रभु को मैं ऑलरेडी बुक कर रहा हूँ. मैं ये पूरा रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है, पता चल गया तो सभी लोग बुक कर लेंगे. So I am greedy. So that what are the Jagannath Rath Yatra is going to happen in 2 or 3 months. So best kirtanis should be there for my congregation or wherever community is there. So I mean that greed is fine, but pride Krishna never likes. There are 6 anarthas. What are those? Lust, anger, greed, pride. What are the other 2? False ego. Another 6th one is there. Among all these things, all the other 5 Krishna will convert his devotees accordingly. But having pride, he never accepts. No, pride never takes anyone closer to God. Okay, so bhakti is performed as per the order of God. Bhakti is performed for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. When Supreme Lord is happy, everyone is happy. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. How will you know Krishna is happy? How will you know Krishna is happy? Whatever the services you are doing, how will you know Krishna is happy? Come on. ये डाउट है क्या? कृष्णा को हैप्पी रखना है, समसिद्धिर हरितोषणम, whatever the service we are doing, Krishna should be happy. But how will you know Krishna is happy? ये डाउट है क्या? How will you know Krishna is happy? वो क्या प्रभु, वो तो डीटी फॉर्म में मुझे दिख रहा नहीं है कृष्णा हैप्पी है नहीं. Like, how do you know? Okay. How will you know Krishna is happy? Come on, man. Already I think I told this. Huh? Bad things will happen. No. How will you know Krishna is happy? So, for example, you are trying to render some service to Krishna, and you are not knowing. अरे मैंने कुछ सर्विस किया कृष्णा को, कृष्णा हैप्पी है या नहीं कैसे पता चलेगा? हाँ? You will be satisfied. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
If you have done it with
Yeah.
your heart,
You will be satisfied. That is not secondary. Primary is your guru will tell he is happy. He will. If he is happy, Krishna is happy. That's it. उतना ज़्यादा सोच कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं करने का. Actually, अनुराधा माता जी के पास जाके मैं learning DD worship. So I was Mataji, let me try to do. You will simply watch. I am trying to do DD worship. So she everything she has seen, and Prabhu, please do this. Do these changes. I think you are rotating the D here with arga. Arga means shank. With shank you need to do 4 and 7. 4 times face, 7 times whole body. I did 7 times whole body. So some mistakes. So we should learn, and once we do, then they are happy. Krishna is happy. As simple as that. Okay. So yes. Already guessing. This is a Sriman. Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
People who do not have guru, for them, how should they feel that they have no
Yes. Now, Prabhuji, is this question valid? The people who do not have guru, how will they know whether they are doing right service or not? Yes or no? At least we are having a platform now, right? At least we are having a platform now. We are very fortunate that we are having Deepa Mataji in your community, Himanshu Prabhu in your community. Okay, so you can check with them, and if you feel eligible, you can ask me or Shanti whenever we come. You can ask, and at least devotees are there. There is a platform. What is the right thing to do? Even if we don't know, it's not that 100% we are expected to know. If you are asking a complex question, I will sincerely agree. Mataji, I think this particular fact I don't know. I will try to check and come back to you. Don't you feel this is the right platform? Even if something is there, you can ask with Himanshu Prabhu or Surabhi Mataji. They check. And if they have some doubt, probably they will check with me or Deepa Mataji. Nothing wrong. Clear? Yeah. So in Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, as a pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and the limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality. So it's indirectly, it's like it's not that we are hating demigods, Lakshmi, Devi, Ganesha, Lord Shiva. No, we are not hating. But always, here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is given an example of a root. So serving the root is better than pouring the water in the branches. So having a same thing here. Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is said, Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all senses, when the spirit soul renders her service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, and one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. All senses. How many senses are there? 5. All 5 senses, if you introspect, each and every senses can be employed in the service of the Lord. I don't want to, all other senses, how do you need to employ, and even about the very sensitive sense also, you can deploy it after getting marriage. You can ask the God to send good children, and I wanted to do Garbhadan Samskar, Krishna, please send me a good soul in our house, and like that, they do 64 rounds of chanting, and then they come to the act of procreation. They come, both husband and wife come together. Even that sense also we can employ in Krishna service. Any senses can be employed in Krishna service. Okay? So, Karma Yoga is based on Bhakti or pleasing the Lord, whereas Karma is based on the pleasing the senses of the performer himself. Performer of Bhakti does not create any new karma or vikarma, but also gets released from existing reactions of karma. Okay? So with this I wanted to stop, but I wanted to finish today. Sources of karma, I think we need to take one more session. So any questions till now? Sources of karma is a very important topic to know, what are from what things we know. We only think that we did some act in the past life, so we are getting a reaction. That's the only thinking we have. You will be amazed to see, or you will be frustrated to see what kind of sources of karma we are having. From which source? Without our involvement also we will be getting negative karma. 7 पुश्तियाँ पहले, आशीष प्रभु के पहले 7 पुश्तियाँ जो ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर के पोते ने कुछ मिस्टेक बोले किसी के मर्डर किया, वो मर्डर करने वाला सिन आपको और आपके बच्चों को भी आने वाला है. Can you imagine? Can it be the source of karma? But as per scriptures, yes, it is.
Like
Yes.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, when it got bombed.
Yes.
Like the people who are alive.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the upcoming generation is also getting all those.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's karma.
Even my cousin sister who was in Punjab and in Green Revolution, at the time of Green Revolution, when the fertilizers were spread for the extra growth of grains and
Yes.
crops, so the farmers somehow they inhaled it.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the upcoming generation is also.
Yes. Fertilizer is not advisable, bro. As per Shastras, fertilizers are never there, sir. Shastras में fertilizer का कुछ है ही नहीं. It's only cow dung. Actually, it is nice. I have unknowingly part of farming actually. My grandfather is a farmer, and as a kid of age of Adarsh or Advika, I don't know whether you have noticed it or not. While they farm, while bowing seeds, 2 oxes they have to take that big thing, and I used to sit in the middle. It used to be very funny to me when I used to sit, and my grandfather used to take those ox in the field to plow the field, and that was very bumpy road, and I used to sit on that and I used to shake, and the shaking used to give a good feeling to me. So as a child I used to see that farming, and when I observe now, while that farming was happening, the ox was simultaneously giving the cow dung urine parallelly, and it was making the fertile, and that fertile land and plowing was also happening parallelly. That was a perfect this thing. And one more, it's a miracle I should say. Whatever Leela Prabhu, my Shiksha Guru Leela Prabhu farm is there in Mudimyal, on the way to Chevella, that field. There was one time there was a lot of summer, and it was like a famine kind of a situation. No rain was not there, nothing was there, and borewell was there. Borewell में से पानी नहीं आ रहा था, literally. And in and around his farm there are around 10 acres of farmland around. In the middle it was his. Then only using equipment like cow dung, good jaggery and ghee, pure desi cow ghee. All this cow dung and jaggery and desi cow, he mixed it in a big bucket and almost big tumbler kind, big bucket kind of thing, and in that borewell he poured that water, and after that happened, his borewell got water like hell, and none of the other people didn't get the water. Only he got. He was in the middle, but all other were not getting it, and only he got it.
Did others also try the same?
No one asked. No one asked him. He didn't tell. But do you think there is a Krishna's hand here? Yes. And do you know what is the scientific reason? Are you seeing any scientific reason here? Any scientific reason here? Let me tell you. I don't know to what extent scientifically I will be in a situation to tell this, but what is happening is, whatever he is pouring, it is attracting the insects, which actually, wherever the water is there in the ground, that they are attracting the insects, that good, it's a sweet smell it is coming, right? While they are coming, it is giving a path to the water to come up, source to come up through that path. And all the insects are and that insects are good insects in a way which actually nourishes the soil. So that good insects come, actually they stay in the down, but after seeing this jaggery and cow dung mix, they attracted and they were eating, and while they are coming, this path was formed and the water was coming from here, and that has filled that entire farm. So it was, now till date, after that thing occurred, nothing, it's cherishing well, and even I think the vegetables are also coming, right, if I am not wrong. You are also getting vegetables from that farm. Yes. Okay. So that's the miracle, Krishna's hand, and also scientific reason as well. No one asked, so he didn't tell. If someone asked, he can tell also. But you need to understand that towards the fertilizers is never advisable. It's not only, it might give profits, but you are spoiling the health of the people who are eating those things. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, any other questions from these knowledges? I know I thought of completing today, but I think yeah, as usual. Yeah, I think for sure next week it will be done. So sources of karma is the last topic in this. Why do bad things happen to good people? Any other questions? Anyone? Please, Prabhuji and Mataji, kindly, these are the things which we are expected to take seriously. And try to understand whatever the attempt you are making, Krishna also helps you. Sincerely ask Krishna. I'm not able to, though I know it is right path. That's what at least I pray. I pray whenever I go, I'm not eligible, but I know this is the right path. Please Krishna, please help me. With my past conditioning, I'm not able to come out of it, but still, please help me Krishna. I know this is the right path, but somehow make me this. I generally pray like that. So please, Prabhuji and Mataji, kindly take this devotional service seriously and please chant. And I have ample of examples. If you want, I can bring vice president or likes of 25 years experience in Microsoft. Even our Deepa Mataji is there. She is one of the finest financial advisors in country. And so many big biggies are there, which if you want for inspiration, I can bring them and arrange a session if it helps. They do see, and don't say that, and with not a pride I am saying, don't say that we are more busy than them. They are the most busiest people and they do 16 rounds of chanting every day. And then, see Suma Mataji, she works in Salesforce. She is having twins and one elder kid, 3 kids. She goes for job. She learns music. She's in Microsoft 22 years. She worked, and for last year she has been working in Salesforce. She's having a big position in Salesforce. She does 16 rounds of chanting, and she's a singer. I always call their family, what is it? Blockbuster family. I tease them. Yours is a blockbuster family. I'm saying why I'm giving that example is we can always Maya Devi will throw excuses like Prabhuji both busy tha Prabhuji, I could not do chanting. One round bhi nahi ho pa raha hai. No. There are now tell me twins, 3 kids doing job and not a maamuli chutku mutku job. She is doing a role of a very leadership role. So please Prabhuji, please take the spiritual life. Try to take the spiritual life seriously and see if any obstacles are there. Check with devotees in and around you. Okay, any other questions from Jason Mataji? No? Either you understood or only silence would be there only in 2 cases.